Welcome back to Namoli Family Stadium, Game 2 of the doubleheader between Florida Southern and the University of Tampa. Tampa was able to win with a walk-off in the bottom of the 8th from Alexa Russo last time out, and this time we'll be hoping for some more success. Maria Galehouse is going to be starting from the circle for the Spartans this time around. That first pitch is taken for ball 1. Jaden DeWitt will once again lead off for Florida Southern. That one taken for strike 1. Tried the bunt, but pulled away. This doubleheader was supposed to happen on Saturday, but because of the inclement weather, moved to Friday. A little late swing off, almost was a fake bunt, fouled away for strike 2. Last time out, DeWitt went 0 for 3 alongside a first inning walk, and it wants to improve here. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. DeWitt running to first, hits off the helmet. So, that'll be a strikeout for Galehouse. And we'll have to see whether she'll get to stay at first, advancing on the passed ball, or if she was obstructing the throw to first, which is also a possibility. But either way, it's a good strikeout to start out the game for Galehouse. The only question is whether she'll now have to deal with a runner on first. She won't. That's a strikeout. Scoreboard reads 7, 8, 9 strikes. That is an immediate striking out the side. As the scoreboard gets all set, it is 1 out here as the second moccasin batter comes up. But yeah, the ruling on that play is we saw that strikeout end with DeWitt just putting on the Jets and beating the throw essentially to first, although the throw also kind of hit into her. So she's called out, and that'll be disappointing for her. She did everything right when striking out and almost deserved to stay on base. Galehouse is going to get the second out here after Lily Keister makes a great play in the outfield to retire the second batter. I didn't even have time to introduce her. That is just how fast this game has gone. So Kelsey Peck will be down here, 2 away, and now up. We'll see what the Moccasins can do right here with 2 out. That's going to be grounded to third, and Curran Miner's good throw to first will retire Destiny Colgate. It's 1-2-3 for the Moccasins. The Spartans will be ready to go with Galehouse, Balmer, and Fantone leading off. We'll be right back.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
More goals will slow it down. So we are here at the bottom of the first, and I think everyone at home might be a little bit surprised to see. So we see Kayla Hickey back in the circle for Game 2. That's right. Kayla Hickey is coming off 109 pitches to have to go once again. 7 2/3 work. Not done yet. Hickey will get a second start of the season and second start tonight. So definitely credit where credit is due. That one's going to be grounded foul. She's able to get ahead of Galehouse in the count right here. 0-1. That one's going to be grounded to short. Galehouse beats the throw by about a step. Great job by Galehouse to beat the throw from short. Peck made a good play but couldn't get the out. So with that, Tampa is able to get a lead-off hit from Galehouse, and now Stephanie Ballmer has a chance with a runner on. We'll have to imagine that Ballmer will probably want to lay a sacrifice bunt. It's what Tampa usually does with a runner on. And we also see the infield all the way up. That's going to get grounded back to the catcher and foul. Rodriguez was ready to throw to first, but does go backwards, so it is a foul ball. Fantone, of course, on deck. Last time out, Ballmer went 0 for 3, and will also want to improve on that. Ballmer did get a walk. But yeah, Hickey with a runner on. 0-1. Ballmer, foul. The count goes to 0-2 now for Ballmer. Sacrifice might not be possible in this situation, but we'll see what they do. The infield now all the way back. Ballmer lines up the bunt, fouled away, so the count will still be at 0-2. Ballmer stays alive. But yeah, last time out, Hickey went 7 2/3 from the circle, conceding only 4 hits, but also had 4 walks. And in the 8th inning, the winning run came home off a hit by Alexa Russo. That one's going to be taken high for ball 1. Ballmer will stay alive. The 1-2. That's going to be fouled away again. Ballmer keeping alive in the count. The 1-2 from Hickey. That one's going to be lined to left. It drops and gets past the left fielder. It'll put runners on first and second with no outs. So 2 immediate hits for the Spartans, and good news for Ballmer to get going there. Got a little bit of movement from the bullpen. We've seen a few arms warming up for the Mocs.
Batting third, number 8, Lauren Fantone.
There won't be a change yet. Hickey's still going to go, potentially just as an opener for this time around. Fantone's going to drop down a bunt. It will roll foul, so count goes to 0-1. On deck, Curran Minor. And we said that Minor was due entering the bottom of the 8th last time, and that's exactly what happened. Hit it all the way to the wall, got to second, and eventually scored to be the winning run. Fantone drops down a perfect sacrifice, and then now puts runners at second and third with 1 away, and Curran Minor can get the Spartans an early lead right here.
Batting fourth, number 22, Corinne Minor.
Corinne ready to go. Hickey to Minor from the circle. Minor's going to get under that, flying to right. It might be able to score Galehouse. Galehouse stays at third. Throw in not very clean. So interesting to see Galehouse stands still. But now it'll bring up Alexa Russo, who's moved up to the 5 spot. Chevalier and Russo have flipped in the lineup. That's the big change alongside Keister filling in the 8th spot.
Alexa Russo.
2 outs, Russo at the plate now. Hickey in the circle trying to retire the Spartan side. Pressure with 2 runners on in scoring position. Swing and a miss for Russo down in the dirt. Strike 1. The 0-1 to Russo. That's going to be taken outside. Ball 1. Steve Lewis and Tyrone Miller, the 2 umpires, switching spots this time around with Lewis at home plate and Miller in the field. The 1-1. Checks up. Call. Checked up in time for ball 2. Miller wanted to help for Tyrone, and Tyrone said, nope. Russo didn't go all the way around. Russo able to get ahead of Hickey. That's going to be taken low for ball 3. And Chevalier might have a chance here with bases loaded. We already see a little bit of her catcher gear on, just in case there is the 3rd out. Hickey ready from the circle, the 3-1 to Alexa Russo. That's going to be taken. Strike 2. Just inside on the corner. I know Alex Russo is going to be a little disappointed with that one. But now, 2 runners on, 2 outs, a full count. The payoff pitch coming here from Hickey. Taken in the dirt for ball 4. And the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. That's the first walk of the game for Hickey. Hickey had a couple last time out. And now Lexi Chevalier steps up.
Number 13, Lexi Chevalier.
Chevalier has the bases loaded. Chevalier was 0 for 1 last time around, with different sacrifices and other things taking place to those other at-bats. Now it's a chance to make a spark and a splash for the Spartans. That one's going to be grounded to short. The throw to first is going to be made, so the Spartans will strand all 3 runners as the first inning will end with the score of 0-0. The Moccasins are ready to go to try to get their first base runners. We'll be right back at the start of the second inning.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Yep. So we are back. Top of the second right here. Maria Galehouse had a quick first inning of work, retiring the batters 1, 2, and 3. So that will bring up Maya Moy to lead off for the Moccasins. Galehouse has had a great season so far from the circle.
Number 9, Maya Moy.
Entering tonight, Galehouse has had 14 appearances, 9 games started, 6-5 record with 2 saves, alongside a 1.30 ERA in 70 innings. Well, here's inning number 72 for Galehouse, and it'll start with strike 1. Galehouse loves to do that breaking pitch that looks like a riser, but just comes right back down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Right there. So, 0-2 right here. That one's going to be flared out to right, and a good catch made by Perkins to retire the first batter of the second inning. And now up for the Moccasins is going to be number 17, Maddie Connor.
Number 17, Maddie Connor.
Last time out, Connor went 0 for 3 and will definitely want to improve that. Connor now batting in the 5th spot instead of 7. That first pitch is taken for ball 1. Galehouse only 10 pitches needed to retire the first 4 batters, making quick work of the Moccasins so far. That'll be the first hit for the Moccasins as it's grounded through the gap. Spartans get it back in to make sure there's no double. But Connor will get on base with 1 out.
Batting third, number 21, Vicky Rodriguez.
Victoria Rodriguez ready to go. 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So the runner on with 1 out for Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to drop a bunt down that rolls foul. So 0-2 now. So 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on. Rodriguez taken outside for ball 1. Good eye by Rodriguez to keep the at-bat alive. Connor on first, ready to go if there's a ball in play. Galehouse ready to 1-2. That's going to be fouled behind. Count stays 1-2. And Rodriguez able to drive up the pitch count a little bit, as Galehouse had continued a really strong start of getting batters out relatively quickly. alongside 1 strikeout. That's going to be grounded to Galehouse. Can't field it super cleanly. Gets the throw in time. A great catch there by Emily Jansen, staying on the bag. That's why Emily Jansen starts as the first base player. She can make those plays like that. Good recovery by Galehouse. And disappointing there for Rodriguez, who did run that out very well and was just 1 step behind. It's not all lost, however, as it does work to advance Connor to second. And now it'll bring up Mariah Rodriguez. The freshman out of Apollo Beach is going to make a start here. Rodriguez didn't appear last time out. I'll be here this time. The umpires will deliberate real quick. So Mariah Rodriguez ready to go. 2 outs and a runner on second. That's going to be taken inside for ball 1. Galehouse, 17 pitches needed for the first 5 outs, alongside 1 hit. The 1-0 right here. That one's going to be taken. Ball 2, just a little low. Rodriguez, a good eye to get ahead 2-0 in the count. That's going to be taken inside, ball 3. Mariah Rodriguez is one of the smaller players here at 5'1", and that'll give her a slight advantage with the smaller strike zone, making it harder for Galehouse to throw strikes, which has allowed her to get ahead. And we'll have to see. It will also allow her to get on base with a 4-pitch walk. We rarely see Galehouse give those up, and not just walks that aren't usually given up, but 4-pitch walks that are given up. That's just the 9th walk of the season for Galehouse. Chevalier will have a conference on the mound.
Up next, number 7, Kiki Morris.
That brings 2 runners on with 2 outs for Kiki Morris. Morris is going to take strike 1 right here. Last time out, Kiki Morris went 1 for 3. Kiki Morris would love to get a hit. That could potentially give an early lead for the Moccasins. That's going to be grounded to Galehouse. Throw to first, retires the side. A runner advances on a hit and walk, but nothing else can be done. Moccasins strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second, still tied 0-0.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
So we are back, bottom of the first. Leading off for the Spartans is Emily Jansen.
Leading off for the Spartans, number 19, Emily Jansen.
Still in the circle, Florida Southern is Kayla Hickey. And with 19 pitches in the first inning, that brings her total pitches of the night count up to 128. That one's taken low for ball 1. The 1-0. Taken high, ball 2. Unsurprising to see Emily Jansen get ahead. Jansen got on base 3 times on 3 walks last time, and once again is up 3-0. 3-0 here for Hickey. From the circle, here's the 3-0. Ball 4, Emily Jansen will get another walk. So far, Emily Jansen has had 4 walks tonight. Entering tonight's doubleheader, Emily Jansen's walk total of the season was 2. So that number has skyrocketed off a really solid night from the batter's box with a great eye. Keister will now be up, the runner on. Keister will drop a sacrifice, but it will go foul. Keister dropped the bunt down. Just goes foul. 0-1 here. We see the infield very far in, especially Maya Moy. They know the Spartans like to drop these sacrifices. Here's the 0-1. Drop it down. Throw it to first as the tag is missed. Sacrifice does its job. And now we'll put 1 out and a runner on second.
Batting third, number 10, Avery Perkins.
Avery Perkins with a runner in scoring position. A chance to try to give the Spartans a lead. On deck, Mariah Galehouse. Swing and a miss for Perkins. Recovered in the dirt there by Rodriguez. The 0-1 here, Emily Jansen, ready to move from second. That's going to be taken outside. Ball 1. Avery Perkins back in the box. Hickey back in the circle, the 1-1. That's going to be a grounder up the middle, gets to the outfield. Emily Jansen goes home. Throw not in time, and the Spartans will take a 1-0 lead. It's an RBI single there for Avery Perkins. Does the job to give the Spartans the advantage. Now Mariah Galehouse could have a chance
Mariah Galehouse
to keep it going. That is the 3rd hit conceded to the Spartans by Hickey, who's back in the circle and ready to go. 27 pitches entering this at bat. That's going to be taken just low. 1-0 count to Galehouse. Galehouse squared up for a sacrifice. It rolls foul. One with 1 out, runner on, and also a 1-0 lead for the Spartans. So we see a lot of ones here. Galehouse going to ground it to Moy. Throw to second. Gets the 4th there. Galehouse will reach on the fielder's choice. So good play there to grab it by Maya Moy. Good throw that will be able to beat Perkins' run to second. Now with 2 outs, Balmer, who's 1 for 1 today in the second game, is going to be looking to keep this inning alive. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Some good stuff there by Hickey to force the whiff on that first pitch. Still looking for her first strikeout of game number 2. That's taken just low for ball 1. The 1-1. There's going to be a drive to left by Balmer. Good job there by DeWitt to track it down. The side is retired. The Spartans take the lead with an RBI single, but they strand one to end the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with the Moccasins ready to go in the top of the third, trying to get back into the game and tie it up. We are back with the top of the third.
Number 8, Leanna Kelly.
The Spartans lead 1-0 after scoring a run in the second. Moccasins and Kelly will first pop it up. Russo will come in. Jansen tripped on first base nearly. Russo simply came in and grabbed it for the first out. Galehouse only 24 pitches needed to retire the first 7 outs alongside a walk and hit. DeWitt back up again. That one is going to be taken for ball 1. DeWitt 0 for 1 so far, hoping to get a hit right here. Reaches that. That'll go foul for strike 1. So here's Galehouse, the 1-1. That's going to be grounded foul. Liner tried to keep that alive, but couldn't. Kelsey Peck, who's also 0 for 1, is on deck. Galehouse looking to get the second out right here with the 1-2 count. Ready to go with the 1-2. That's going to be grounded to third. Foul is the call. We hear it all the way up in the booth despite the closed door. With one open window. DeWitt now ready to go again with the 1-2 after fouling that one off. Galehouse firing from the circle. Grounded right to Galehouse, who fields it cleanly. That's a second out. Kelsey Peck ready to go with 2 outs here and no one on. Galehouse looking to get another 1-2-3 inning here. An update for any baseball fans. The Spartans lead number 1 Nova Southeastern 5-3. First pitch taken, ball 1. Tampa also currently leads lacrosse. Facing off against Lee, 6-2 in the second quarter. Those first 2 pitches, however, go outside. So now it's 2-0 count for Peck. A good eye to open up the at-bat. Galehouse ready from the circle. That one's taken inside. Strike 1. The breaker once again does some good jobs. And I won't give you too many updates, but there was a goal just now for the Spartans in lacrosse. And right there, a foul ball that is going to be strike 2. That was a well-hit ball. You could hear the crack, but sails a little bit foul. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the number 2 hitter looking to stay alive and avoid going 0 for 2. Peck ready to go. Galehouse ready to go from the circle. 2-2 right here. That's going to be grounded once again to Galehouse. The side is retired. The Moccasins go 1-2-3 once more and the Spartans are ready to go in the bottom half of the third. Leading off for them will be Fantone, followed by Minor and Russo.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16:1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships, and the recreational opportunities are endless.
Lauren Fantone ready to lead off for the Spartans in the bottom of the third. Still in the circle is Hickey, as that first pitch is fouled off. So far, Hickey has pitched 141 pitches. No, not in the first 2 innings. In the first 9 2/3 innings, as Hickey was also the Game 1 starter if you're just tuning in. Hickey's going to concede a hit right here, as that will get down in the outfield. Morris tracks it and makes sure that it doesn't go too far and doesn't allow Fantone to get extra bases. Curran Minor up here.
Second, number 22, Corinne Minor.
Corinne is 0 for 1 tonight. Fantone, the runner on first. We'll see if Minor once again goes for the sac bunt. No, instead that's going to be a fly out to center field. It will be picked up by Morris. That'll put 1 out. Immediately on the board. Tampa finally flipping the script and not going for a sacrifice.
Batting third, number 33, Alexa Russo.
Russo hit the walk-off last time and would love to get another RBI right here. That'll be much easier said than done with Fantone only on first. Rodriguez tries to get the pick off, but can't off the 1-0 count right here. Hickey ready to go. That one's taken, strike 1. Lexi Chevalier on deck. The 1-1. Russo this time will drop a sacrifice. This time the throw to first will get her, but the sacrifice works. Fantone will get to second, and there are now 2 outs. A high five to her teammate.
Next, number 13, Lexi Chevalier.
Chevalier ready to go. Runner on second. On deck is Emily Jansen. That first pitch is taken for strike 1. Not handled cleanly by Rodriguez, but makes sure that Fantone can't try to swipe third. 2 outs. The 0-1 count here. Hickey ready to go. Chevalier ready to go. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a flare to left. It won't get down in time. Good job there by DeWitt to make the run. And sign is retired. The Spartans will get a hit, but they'll ultimately strand the runner. We enter the top of the fourth, still a 1-0 Spartans lead.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
It's not about any one thing. It's about how everything comes together, how it all connects. People, ideas, resources, community, everything. Quality of life services. That's what we do. Sodexo.
So we are back. Top of the fourth right here. Destiny Colgate will lead off Florida Southern. Galehouse only 34 pitches needed in the first 3 innings. Pitch 35 will be fouled away. So 0-1 here. It's Colgate. Galehouse ready to go. Colgate fouls that away, down 0-2 now. Colgate 0 for 1 so far after grounding out. Colgate was able to go 1 for 4 in the first game. 0-2 right here. Just high. That'll be ball 1. Tried to fool her with the breaker. Just sailed a little too high. The 1-2 now from Galehouse. That one's going to be lined out to second. A good job by Russo to pick it up. And now, Maya Moy.
Batting second, number 9, Maya Moy.
Maya Moy 0 for 1 so far, after also going with 1 hit last time out, 1 for 3. That first pitch taken outside, ball 1. A 1-0 count with 1 out. Swing and a miss for Moy. And Moy looks a little disappointed in that, saying, "Drat, that fooled me." So 1-1 right here. One's all across the board, including with the 1-0 scoreline. And only 1 hit so far for the Mocs. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Moy looking over to the third base coach. Any words of advice, any words of wisdom, maybe an instruction? And they'll call time for just a second to discuss it. Galehouse, good start so far. 38 pitches entering the at-bat. 1 walk allowed. 1 hit allowed. 1 strikeout. And no runs allowed. Florida Southern has stranded 2 runners in the game in total. So now ready to go will be Maya Moore. Down 1-2 in the count. The 1-2. Taken just inside. Ball 2. On deck getting ready is Maddie Connor. Here's the 2-2 to Moore. Swing and a miss. The ball missed going to play, but the umpire says it was fouled.
Oh my gosh, you just reset the whole count.
So, 2-2 one more time. Grounded past Galehouse. And that'll be a single. So they'll put a runner on with 1 out. That's the second hit of the game for the Moccasins.
Batting third for the Mocs.
Lacrosse update. Tampa leads 9-3 with a little more scoring from both sides. It's still the second quarter with about 4 minutes remaining. We might have 4 minutes remaining in this inning. Who knows? Looks like we'll get a pinch runner ready. Maya Moy getting ready for the dugout. So that will mean Chloe Potts, who is actually not batting this game,
Number 33, Chloe Potts.
will come in as the pinch runner with 1 out. Connor will step up here. Runner on first. Connor has the other Moccasin hit, getting a hit in her first plate appearance in the second inning. That's going to be grounded to Galehouse. Throw to second. Russo gets the force out, holds onto it. The fielder's choice will make it 2 outs. And now we'll bring up Victoria Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been solid as the catcher with some good pickoff attempts and being pretty alert behind home plate. Now is a chance in front and on the side of home plate to try to generate a little bit of offense. 0 for 1 so far. Takes first pitch for ball 1. 44 pitches entering the at-bat for Galehouse. A good job from the circle so far. Would love to finish the inning with not too many more. Taken for strike 1. We see Connor ready to go from first base. The 1-1 to Rodriguez. That one's taken. Strike 2. The classic breaking ball that we like to see. That we know that Galehouse likes to do from time to time. He's able to fool Rodriguez that time. Grounded over to Kern Minor. The throw to first is in time. 1 runner stranded. 1 hit. And that will retire the side. It's a quick inning for the Spartans as they are ready to get back up to the plate at the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Tucker Whitman and I'm a junior marketing major here at UT. Today we're going to look at some of the highlights of our beautiful Riverside campus here in downtown Tampa. We'll start at Plan Hall. This historic building was opened in 1891 as the Tampa Bay Hotel and now serves as the main academic building here at UT, with 4 floors of classrooms as well as faculty and administrative offices. Next up, the Vaughn Center, the hub of campus life and activities. This multi-purpose building includes the campus bookstore, our primary cafeteria plus an additional food court, a theater, as well as offices and meeting rooms for student organizations. The Vaughn Center is also one of UT's residence halls, providing 5 floors of student rooms. Morsani Hall is another residence hall here at UT. In addition to housing approximately 450 students, this building offers another selection of eateries as well as a small grocery store. Now let's check out the Sykes College of Business. This academic building houses classrooms and faculty offices for UT's undergrad and graduate business students. This building also has a real-time stock trading room. Right next door is the Sykes Chapel for Faith and Values. This gorgeous interfaith chapel features a large main hall complete with a massive pipe organ, as well as meditation rooms and meeting rooms. Student healthcare is a major priority for us here at UT. The Dickey Health and Wellness Center is accessible to all students and provides high-quality services including...
Emily Jansen will lead off for the Spartans and take strike 1 right here. Emily Jansen 4 walks tonight and 1 walk to start out this game. Jansen's going to get under that one. It's just going to be a nice shallow pop out. Peck was ready to make the catch. Dewitt called for it, saying, "No, don't worry, I've got it." And she did. So that will retire the first batter. Jansen now goes to 0 for 1 on the day.
Lily Keister.
Keister also 0 for 0, thanks to making a sacrifice earlier. Will have her first chance at a true at-bat right here. Kayla Hickey now has over 150 pitches made on the day. And I will say, I've sometimes mentioned how Tampa's pitchers can go the distance. Well, give Hickey a round of applause for going in and already pitching a majority of Game 2 after going the distance and then some in Game number 1. That's going to be grounded past Hickey and a nice base hit for Lily Keister. So Perkins, who's 1 for 1, now has a runner on first with 1 out.
Batting third, number 10, Avery Perkins.
Apart from being 1 for 1 tonight on the season, Perkins taking ball 1 right there. Perkins slashing 3.33, 3.70, and 4.31. That's going to be lined up the middle. A good hard grounder that gets by Peck. Peck made a dive, but couldn't come up with it. But it's 2 runners on with 1 out in the top of the order with Galehouse back ready to go.
Batting fourth, number 21, Mariah Galehouse.
Coach is going to come to the circle and talk it over with Hickey. And we'll wonder whether this is a call to the bullpen or just some words of encouragement or ideas on how to attack the Spartans' strong hitter. Galehouse, 1 of 2 in her chances, 1 for 2 so far. Had a fielder's choice last time out. Galehouse was 0 for 3 in game 1. And Hickey staying in the circle, so it looks like she'll be given the all clear to keep going. So talking some strategy, saying watch out for a potential sacrifice bunt. Tampa might want to try to move both runners to third and second with 2 outs. Galehouse also has the legs to try to beat a sacrifice bunt out. So we'll have to see what happens right here. Hickey ready, the 0-0 to Galehouse. That's going to be taken just low. Stephanie Ballmer, 1 for 2 today on deck. That one's taken low for ball 2. 2-0 now to Galehouse. 2 on. That's going to be lined down the third base line, but on the left side of it. That means it's out of play. The count goes to 2-1 now with 1 out and 2 on. The 2-1 count matches Galehouse's number 21 as the ball is recovered. So Hickey ready to go. The 2-1 count. Galehouse going to send that to the outfield. Tracking it will be Morris, who makes the catch. Keister decides not to tag up to third. 2 outs now. So Ballmer ready to go with 2 on base.
Number 2, Stephanie Ballmer.
Perkins on first, Keister on second. And Ballmer now, 1 for 2, looking to see what she can do to bring those runners home. Hickey looking to retire the side. That one taken, strike 1. 50 pitches entering the at-bat for Hickey. The 0-1 ready to go. Ballmer shows bunt. Ballmer going to drive that to left. It's going to get behind the outfield. It's just foul. That is unbelievably painful for Ballmer, as that would have definitely cleared the bases. And that's a great hit for Ballmer. But she'll have to go again now in an 0-2 count. The infield was playing in and it got behind DeWitt. That's demoralizing for Ballmer, and we'll have to see if she can recover now the 0-2. Sigh of relief for Hickey. Now it's a chance to end the inning right here. That's going to be tipped away. 0-2. Two runners on, 2 outs. Still the 0-2 count to the number 2 for the Spartans, who's also hitting in the 2 spot, who is 1 for 2. I always like to see some number 2s all around on the board. Grounded to Hickey, and the side is retired. Disappointing for Ballmer, who almost had a bases clearing extra base hit, but instead it's going to be a ground out that ends the inning. The Spartans strand 2, but still lead 1-0 entering the top of the 5. We'll be right I'm Taylor Storthy, and welcome back to the top of the fifth here for Tampa Spartans softball at the Namoli Family Stadium. The Florida Southern Moccasins currently trail the Spartans 0-1.
Number 16, Jaden Goodwith.
Mariah Rodriguez will lead off for the Moccasins. That's going to be taken low for ball one. Rodriguez was able to get a base on ball last time. The only base on ball surrendered so far for Gale House. The 1-0. That one's taken for ball one. (2-0) here to Rodriguez. Taken for strike one. Finally able to get a pitch inside the zone against her. Previously, Rodriguez had drawn a 4-ball walk. Being 5-1, it's a little tougher to get those pitches inside the slightly smaller zone. That one's going to be fouled away as it rolls backward. 2-2 now. So the 2-2 right here to Maria Rodriguez. Ball three. Gale House trying to figure out a way to retire Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to try to keep alive or at the very least get on base. That's going to be grounded to Balmer. That's a slow bounce, but fast enough throw to beat Rodriguez by a step. The 6-3 records the first out of the inning. And now we'll bring Kiki Morris up once again. Morris 0 for 1 and 1 for 3 on the day. The sophomore from Haines City, Florida, looking to get a good at-bat here. Gets ahead 1-0 in the count. Entering the at-bat, Gale House at 54 pitches to retire the first 4 and 1/3 innings. Ready with pitch 56. Taken for strike one. (1-1) count with one out. Here's the 1-1 from Gale House. Taken just high, ball two. It's now halftime over at Tampa Lacrosse. They lead 12-3 after a last-second goal. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a nicely hit bunt. Kern Minor, throw not in time, gets into the outfield, but a smart play there by Perkins to get behind first base to make sure that didn't go too far. Any Spartans fans that had checked into previous games, an error that caused 2 runs to go home had cost the Spartans to lose one of their previous games this season. Perkins was ready to react for that. Instead, that just is going to be a base hit. It was a good bunt. Minor made a good throw. Not in time. That pitch taken strike one there. So, we'll see Leona Kelly already go down in the count 0-1. Gale House ready, the 0-1. Just high, ball one. So 1 runner on with 1 out. You have the threat of the double play, but you also have a chance to potentially move it into scoring position with the 1 free out. Gale House now ready, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2 now. We'll have to see if Kelly can keep alive, or if Gale House could try to record a second strikeout, or at the very least, second out of the inning. Fires from the circle. That's a line drive. Chasing it, Fantone makes a nice catch. Those are tricky balls to get. It's going nearly to the gap. Fantone had the legs and was able to pull it down. So DeWitt, the top of the order, back up right here with 2 outs. DeWitt so far 0 for 2. Hoping to improve that right here. Fouled away for strike one. The 0-1 here drops the sacrifice attempt, which bounces foul. Well, wasn't a sacrifice because sacrifice would have ended the inning. It was a bunt for hit attempt. And we've seen the speed that DeWitt has, so any bunt can definitely result in a hit. The 0-2 now to Jaden DeWitt. Taken just on the corner for strike 3. Looked almost outside from the booth, but the umpire's got the better view. So that's the second strikeout of the game for Galehouse, and that'll retire the side, stranding 1. Spartans ready to go, bottom of the 5th, coming right up. Lauren Fantone set to lead off once again for the Spartans in the bottom of the 5th. Fantone 1 for 1 after the sacrifice in the first inning and single in the 3rd. Strike 1 taken the outside corner. On deck, Curran Miner and then Alexa Russo. That's going to be a flare to left. It's shallow enough and missed, so Fantone will head to second. Peck was trying to make the catch, but it'll be a catching error right there as it bounces off her glove. DeWitt is there to pick it up, get the ball in. But now it'll bring a runner to second with no outs. A sacrifice would put that runner 1 base away. We'll see what they try to do with Curran Miner. Miner did do a sacrifice in a similar spot last time, but I imagine the Moxons will bring their fielders in just in case. Miner going to ground it to short. Slow throw, and she wanted to make sure that Fantone didn't try to leave second. So, there'll be a ground out. The runner stuck at second. Russo now ready to go. Russo walked off the previous game. Is also has a walk and had a sacrifice. That's taken inside for strike 1. The 0-1 now to Russo. Hickey, 56 pitches entering the at-bat. Taken just high for ball 1. Lexi Chevalier, who's 0 for 2, is on deck and might be tasked with having to bring that runner home should Russo fail. But Russo has had success with it tonight. See if that success continues. Russo lines it to left. That'll be picked up to keep the runner at third. No, it won't. Fantone will be able to get home as it's not fielded cleanly enough there by DeWitt. DeWitt picked it up and just couldn't get it out of the glove to make the throw. So that's an error on her, and that'll be extremely disappointing for Florida Southern to watch that have to happen. It puts a runner on second and gives Tampa a 2-0 lead on that play right there. We'll also get a pinch runner. Russo is going to head to the bench. And Kate DeSimone will now be on second as the pinch runner. Chevalier now with 1 out. Won't be the batter up here. because Miranda Perez has come in. So a pinch runner and pinch hitter for the Spartans. 2 changes here with a 2-run lead.
Hitting next, number 20, Miranda Perez.
Kayla Hickey, 59 pitches so far. Total on the day is 168. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Pinch runner, number 11, Mackenzie Allen.
Apologize. Mackenzie Allen is the pinch runner. That one's fouled away. 0-2 now to Perez. Perez started last time, a little bit later on as a pinch hitter, and went 0 for 1. Hoping to get a first hit of the day with the 0-2 count. That's going to be a flare that goes foul. Not foul enough, though. Also, runner tags up to third. Throw goes wide, and with the missed throw, the Spartans will be able to score Mackenzie Allen from second. So, when you look at the play, Mackenzie Allen fouled to the right, and it was caught. So Allen was a little disappointed at first because, you foul out, you can't really advance the runner. But hey, Allen just says, hey, I'm going to go anyway. I get to third, slides in for the close play. The throw isn't handled well enough by Moy, and it allows Allen to get back up and head home. So it's a sac fly, weirdly from second, but it helps the Spartans get that base runner off the board and into the score column. Well, the run column. Spartans will now lead 3-0 with Emily Jansen up with 2 outs. Hickey ready to go. Taken, strike 1. Jansen, of course, 4 walks today, recently flew out. Taken just outside for ball 1. So far in this game, Emily Jansen is 0 for 1 after the second inning walk and fourth inning flyout, but had 3 walks in game number 1. With that pitch taken high, already halfway for a potential 5th walk of the day. Entering the at-bat, Hickey, 170 pitches total throughout both games. The 2-1. That's going to bounce off the dirt. 3-1 right here. On deck after Emily Jansen is Lily Keister, who's 1 for 1 today. Might have a chance with 2 outs and a runner on. Jansen ready with the 3-1. Taken for strike 2. The payoff pitch coming with 2 outs, a full count. No one on for Emily Jansen, but a chance to try to extend the Spartans' lead here in the bottom of the 5th. That's a drive to left, and it will be played by DeWitt to retire the side. The Spartans scored 2, including off an error. Managed to get a couple hits, and now have a 3-run lead entering the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Number 4, Kelsey Peck.
Kelsey Peck will lead off for the Florida Southern Moccasins. Top of the 6th, getting ready to go. Maria Galehouse back in the circle. 65 pitches so far with 2 strikeouts. That one is taken, ball 1. Kelsey Peck 0 for 2 so far, with a line out and ground out. Peck will hope to improve her odds here. That one's taken, strike 1 for 1-1 count. On deck, Destiny Colgate. Spartans 1-1 now here. Peck lays down the bunt. Galehouse can't get the throw in time to first, and that hits into Russo's cleats. That might sting a tiny bit, but the bunt works well. It's very well placed and forced Galehouse to make a very awkward throw, so Peck will be able to advance with that hit. Now up here is Destiny Colgate. With a runner on first, a chance to try to get some scoring going for the Moccasins. Wonder if they'll try to place a sacrifice as well. That's a grounder. Ballmer picks it up. No, can't. It's going to bounce off her. And there's a collision on the base path.
That is an error.
That is an error, and Beck will be safe at second to put runners at first and second. While trying to pick up the ball there after it bounced off of her for an error. Ballmer ran into Beck in the base path. Beck reaches second safely because of that, and also, it does allow Colgate to get a nice little single that goes down, of course, as an error. 2 runners on, no outs. Maya Moy, who's 1 for 2 today, would be the tying run if she could get on base and make the loaded or even send a run home.
Up next for the Mocs, number 9, Maya Moy.
First time we see Galehouse in a little bit of trouble today. Have to see if Galehouse can work out of it or if the Moccasins can take advantage. The 0-0. Going to drop just a simple sacrifice. Moy gets to throw to first in time. So, runners are now at second and third with 1 out. Moy does the job to move the runners. 2 runners in scoring position, which would cut that deficit down by quite a bit. Can Maddie Connor bring him home? With 1 out, let's find out. Galehouse, 69 pitches so far, entering that at bat. Taken for ball 1. One 1 out. Grounded to Ballmer. The throw to first. Beck almost went home, but Ballmer took a quick look in that direction and kept her at third. It's now 2 outs, so no one advances on that play.
Batting fifth, number 21, Vicky Rodriguez.
Victoria Rodriguez, 0 for 2 today. Has a situation to come up clutch for her team. So far, the Moccasins are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Taken for ball 1, just up high. So far, Rodriguez has 4 RBIs in the season. Her best case scenario would be 6 or 7, depending on what happens. Fouled away, 1-1 count. Two outs here for Galehouse, trying to retire this final batter and get out of a jam. That's fouled away again, so the count goes to 1-2. Fielded nicely by Florida Southern's coach at third base. The 1-2 here. Number 21 versus number 21. Galehouse 21 in the circle. Rodriguez 21 at the plate. Strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. 2 runners get aboard, but can't get home. Galehouse is able to fight her way out of a jam, and the Spartans still lead 3-0 entering the bottom of the 6th.
You left on base.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
67.
Now
So-
taking for the mock, number 11, Mahaley Parker.
So the bottom of the sixth is here, and finally, Kayla Hickey is able to take a breather. In 12 and 2/3 innings for the day, Hickey has pitched 176 pitches. Well done to have some pretty good starts with it. Now, the Moccasins will call upon Mahaley Parker to close out Game 2 of this doubleheader. That first pitch there is taken for ball 1 by Lily Keister, who leads off for the Spartans. That one misses. Ball 2. Keister 1 for 1 with a sacrifice in her first at-bat. On deck, Perkins. It's 2-0 still. 1-1 was the call from the umpire, so we'll have to see the 1-1 right here. Fouled away. Count goes 1-2. Perkins on deck, 2 for 2 so far. The 1-2 ready to go for Keister. Fouled away. Good job to keep alive by Keister, as we see Parker's first pitches tonight. Parker has only pitched 1 1/3 innings this season, with that one going very low in the dirt, bringing the count to 2-2. So Parker making a second appearance here in relief. Conceded a run in that first stint. Moccasins will be hoping that doesn't happen this time around. 2-2 now to Keister. Keister is going to ground it. Gets over Parker. Fielded, but not in time. She's going to reach first nicely on an infield single.
Batting second, number 10, Avery Perkins.
So with a good infield hit there, it brings up Avery Perkins with no outs and a runner on. Perkins is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Perkins lays down the sacrifice, and look at that. Maya Moy cannot get to it, and Perkins will be delighted. That is a nice single that she'll get. It'll be scored as an error on Moy, who just misreads it and can't get to it.
Batting third, number 21, Mariah Galehouse.
And now Mariah Galehouse will step up with 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. And a chance to extend that Spartan lead. Galehouse going to lay down a sacrifice that misses. Galehouse is 1 for 3 today, with a fielder choice and flyout as the 2 outs. Balmer on deck, followed by Fantone. Spartans will be hoping to bring at least 1 run home to help improve that lead. The 0-1. Fouled away, so the count goes to 0-2. Galehouse would love to keep helping her cause right here. We'll see if she can with the 0-2 right away from Parker. That's going to be grounded, picked up by Parker. A nice grab. Galehouse, however, does the job to advance the runners. So to put runners at second and third with 1 out for Stephanie Balmer. And Balmer will be pinch hit for with 2 runners on. So runners in second and third. And another Spartan batter is going to have a chance to try to extend that lead. It looks like it'll be Kate DeSimone coming in as a pinch hitter.
For the Spartans, number 7, Kate DeSimone.
1 out, 2 runners on. DeSimone could help that Spartans team get a little bit larger lead. Parker is going to hope to try to retire this pinch hitter, and then one more batter to get out of this jam. That first pitch taken, strike 1 right there. Parker so far also has 0 strikeouts. Can she get her first one right here? The 0-1 fouled away, and that hits over into the building across the side of the park. Count goes to 0-2 after that foul ball. 2 runners on. Fantone taking some practice swings, getting ready. Parker from the circle, readies the 0-2 pitch. Taken high for ball 1. Rodriguez also shoots a look to third to make sure there's no activity there. Here the players getting a little bit loud. Ready for the 1-2 pitch from the circle by Parker. That's going to be low in the dirt. Ball 2. A good eye to stay alive by Parker. Tampa currently leads 7-3 against Nova Southeastern in baseball. Good to see the Spartans baseball team doing well against the number 1 team in the country. And now we're going to see DeSimone with the 2-2. That's going to get into the outfield, send 1 and probably 2. Yes, it will send 2. DeSimone's going to round second, heading to third. The ball isn't going to be cleanly in. DeSimone's going home. It's a home run for Kate DeSimone, her first as a Tampa Spartan. Congratulations, Kate DeSimone. The Spartans now lead 6-0 with an inside the Parker. The second inside the Parker the Spartans have scored tonight. That was assisted by Colgate, not able to field the cutoff very cleanly. We see some Let's Go Kate chants, and I agree. That's a great at-bat there for Kate coming in as a pinch hitter. And just taking a look at the stat line for Kate entering the game, Kate DeSimone didn't have a single hit all season. Well, how about making that first hit a home run? The Spartans will now lead 6-0 with 1 out right here. A little quick counsel between Rodriguez and Parker.
Number 6, Devin Hammond.
Hammonds now steps up as a pinch hitter. Hammond's not looking for her first hit of the season. So 1 out right here. That's going to be taken. And they're going to carry that a hit by pitch as it just grazed Hammonds. Hammonds will be able to get on base here. And that will bring up Curran Minor. Actually, they're going to pinch hit Curran Minor. They have the 6-run lead. They want to try a few other batters here. And so now we're going to see number 24, Lindsay Harper, step up as a pinch hitter here. And Lindsay Harper has had 4 at-bats as a pinch hitter and actually has 2 hits. There's a little counsel in the circle. And a look over at Tampa Lacrosse. They lead 18-3 right now. My colleague Bruce Wozniak commentating on that game, if you want to check that out as well. But just a quick check-in with Parker just to make sure everything's okay. 1 out, bottom of the 6th still. The Spartans have been on fire. 3 runs having recently been scored off an inside the Parker from Kate DeSimone.
Another pinch hitter for the Spartans, number 24, Lindsay Harper.
Now the thing about the Tampa ballpark is it is very conducive to balls that get behind outfielders. Less conducive to big fly balls that would soar over the wall. Harper is going to ground it to the pitcher. An easy throw to first. And that will allow Hammonds to get to second, as that will work as an unintentional sacrifice. Now Alyssa Carfora steps up as a pinch hitter here with 2 outs. Parker, 16 pitches needed, and 17 now to get 2/3 of the inning retired away. So Carfora taking a few warm-up swings, getting ready. A chance for the Moccasins to get out of the inning here.
Another pinch hitter for the Spartans, number 99, Alyssa Carfora.
The first game was extremely competitive, but this time around the Spartans have found some good luck with the bats. And it's been lights out from Maria Galehouse. Carfora hoping to continue the Spartans' luck. Chevalier and on deck warming up, although I do imagine she'd probably be pinch hit for 2 if she gets a chance to bat. The 0-1 now to Carfora. That's going to be grounded to first, and that'll be an easy play. She's going to elect to run and make a tag. The side is retired. The Spartans score 3 and extend their lead to 6. The top of the 7th is up next to see if the Spartans can close out a series sweep.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven.
Game I'll be dashing. We are back, top of the 7th. The Spartans had an absolutely explosive bottom half of the 6th, mainly led by K.D. Simone, the part reliever, part pinch hitter, and Spartan, who just got her first hit of the season, which also happened to be a home run. That's always a great feeling to do that, so congratulations to her. And the Spartans now looking to close out a series sweep. Mariah Rodriguez, 0 for 1 today with a walk, hoping to have similar success in this at-bat to at least get on base and try to spark a little comeback, try to give the Moccasins a shot of adrenaline, get the offense back up and moving. Galehouse, 73 pitches entering the 7th inning, has been pretty much a lock down pitcher so far, and we got a little bit of discussion with the umpire in the Tampa dugout. So here we go. So we see Siegel defensively substitute in at second base. And we see a couple other defensive substitutions across the field. Galehouse getting ready to open up this top of the 7th. First pitch taken, ball 1. Galehouse being pretty solid from the mound, but sometimes struggling to get some strikes across here. Is able to get one here for a 1-1 count. Rodriguez ready with the 1-1. Going to ground that up the middle. A good dive, not good enough. And it will allow a single and a runner to get on. And we're going to see a pinch hitter in for Florida Southern as Frankie Rakers. Frankie Rakers hoping to rake in a run or two. Rakers will make her first appearance today in a pretty tough spot. Down 6, top of the 7th. Chance to try to generate some offense. That hit from Rodriguez could be a shot in the arm that they really desperately need. The 5th hit of the day. Their 5 hits actually totals the number of errors both teams have had at 5. That's going to be grounded to Galehouse. Throw to second. Back to first won't be made, but they will get the lead runner. So the fielder's choice does allow Rakers to get on base, but not anything else. Skylar Raston won't be pinch hit for, and now has a chance with a runner on, and 1 out.
Batting third, number 1, Skylar Ralston.
78 pitches for 6 1/3 done. Looking to complete a complete game right here. 2 outs to go. First pitch taken, strike 1 in the outside corner. Ralston actually in as a pinch hitter here for Kelly. Going to ground it to first. A good play there and grab by Emily Jansen to get the 2nd out. So Ralston, in her first appearance today, will ground out. And finally, we're going to see Jane DeWitt with 2 outs and a runner on second.
Number 16, Jaden DeWitt.
Last Chance Saloon serving its final round potentially here. Galehouse looking to complete a complete game and another really great outing. Florida Southern definitely want just something to stay alive, or potentially even a consolation run. It's going to be hard to put 6 runs on the board, but again, unlike other sports where you can just run the clock out or play defense and you don't have to try, you always have to make the next pitch. It's the reason why softball is so great. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away, so now the final out's going to be down to 0-2. Galehouse could be able to finish the game right here. DeWitt, who is 0 for 3, does not want to go 0 for 4. DeWitt also has 2 strikeouts, both times looking. Those have been the only 2 of the 3 strikeouts Galehouse has had. The 0-2 from Galehouse. That's going to be grounded to first. Kept in play, but no. The ump's going to call it foul. So, we have to go again. Foul ball will actually keep it alive because Emily Jansen would have just ended the game right there. Galehouse ready from the circle, picks up some dirt. Ready? The 0-2. That's going to be a line drive. Balmer picks it up. Tampa completes the 2-game series sweep. A nice Friday night doubleheader ends well for the Spartans. It was a great day in the circle for Galehouse, needing only 82 pitches to get 3 strikeouts and retire with a complete game, no runs allowed. Hickey went 5 innings and did concede 2 runs. Parker had an inning in relief and conceded 2 earned as well. There were also 2 other runs that were unearned, giving the Spartans a 6-0 lead. 3-2, 6-0, 2 wins for the Spartans, 2 losses for the Moccasins. The Moccasins will in total fall to 7-12, and the Spartans will be able to improve to 17-8. Thank you for tuning in on Tampa Spartans TV. I'm Taylor Storthy. Softball will be back, but if you want to see some more Tampa sports in the meantime, tune in to lacrosse, which is coming to a close rather rapidly with about 5 minutes to go. Tampa still leads 20-3 there. So another strong day for the Spartans, where you can see my colleague Bruce Wozniak doing some commentary. I'm Taylor Storthy. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night, and with the crazy weather this weekend, please make sure you stay indoors and stay dry.